Hmm. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Grimm, back with another video. And today we finally have the new deck profile that I told you guys. If you guys had watched the videos in the past, I kind of told you guys that I was playing a different deck than the last one that I did a profile in the past. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and showcase you guys what I've been running. It's not meta, I'll tell you guys right now. I really enjoy making non-meta builds just because I want to be able to see if I can beat my friends without using super expensive cards. I don't know if that makes sense. And this idea actually came from one of you guys. One of my viewers actually mentioned that I pull a lot of Harpie ladies on one of my openings, and that I probably had enough to build a Harpie lady deck, which I decided to go ahead and take the challenge into consideration. And I went ahead and actually started a Harpie deck, and I realized that I was missing, I don't know, maybe 10 cards, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We'll see how they work. They're not the most competitive deck out there, but it is a fun deck. And I believe Seymour, I can't remember the name, but it got hit on the ban list, and it just kind of like upset some people because they couldn't summon their statue back. I actually found a way around that. Hopefully you guys can stay tuned and watch this. Maybe it'll help you guys. Like I said, it's not super meta, but it's fun. So without further ado, you guys, I'll show you guys what I play. So I do play 3 Harpie Perfumers, as you guys can see. Harpie Perfumer. So when you normal summon, it is treated as a Harpie Lady, and you can activate its effect, and you can add a card from deck to hand that lists on its name Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters, and it is once per turn. If you control a level 5 or higher Harpie Lady, you can actually add 2 Harpie or 2 cards with the Harpie or Harpie Lady Sisters in its text to your hand. It has to be magic or trap card, so it's pretty cool. And then I also play 3 of the Harpie Channeler. This is actually what I use to go ahead and get my statue out so that I can lock my opponents. So you can normal summon, discard a Harpie card from your hand to the grave, and then you can special summon a Harpie monster from your deck to your field. So pretty cool. It is also once per turn, and when she's on the field, she is always treated as a Harpie's or a Harpie Lady, sorry. So pretty cool. I also played 3 of the vanillas. I played 3 Harpie Ladies, just the regular ones, because they are super cool, and I really like the original art. So pretty interesting. Then for the ones that I run the one-off, I do run 1 Oracle. So once per turn, or if you can draw a level 5 or higher monster, you can special summon her from your hand to that field. And then at the end of the turn, if this card was normal or special summon, you can actually add a spell or trap from your graveyard to your hand that lists as a card Harpie Lady Sisters and its text. So I run 1 off, pretty cool. Then I also run 1 of the Harpie Harpist. When this card is normal, you can target 1 Wind Beast monster you control and 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So it's a pretty good way to get rid of some noisy cards that can be targeted, or not targeted, but can be like destroyed or that kind of stuff. You can just send them back to the hand and just get rid of them. So pretty good, pretty cool. And then during the end phase, you can also, if this card's in the graveyard, you can add a level 4 Wind Beast monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. So pretty useful, pretty cool. I just keep it as a one-off. I run Harpie Queen. This is basically your field spell card searcher. So you can use discard this from hand to the graveyard and add Harpie's Hunting Pet Ground, I believe it's called, from deck to hand. I do run 1 of the Harpie's Pet Dragon. It's super easy to summon him. As long as you don't draw him. I call him the 1 break that I hate seeing on my drawing hand, but I do run 1 of, and I usually special summon him with Harpie Channeler, which is super easy to do. And then here it is, you guys, the Barrier Statue of the Stormwings. I actually do get to play this quite a lot of times. I went up against Tri-Brigade, I believe it was. I summoned this with one of my fields, and the guy actually quit. He just told me that he was done. Like, he gave me the win. So it was pretty cool. Now that's it for the monster, you guys. And now for the Hand traps. I am playing 3 of the ashes. You guys know what this card does. It stops your opponent from touching the deck. So 3 off, it's where I think it's pretty good at. I do run 1 effect Veiler. Depending on who you're playing or what deck you're going up against, you probably want to switch your ashes for Ghost Ogres or what's the other card? Can't remember right now, but yeah, Ghost Ogres depending on what you're doing. If you're going up against the Brave Engine, probably Ghost Ogres are probably the best bet. And then the last hand trap I do run is the Kaiju, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. So I do run 1 off just to, you know, if your opponent has something that you can't target or something like the Goon, you can just sacrifice it, special summon that to their side of the field and just get rid of it that way. So yeah, you guys, that's all I run for the monsters. So let's go ahead into the spells. Alright guys, so for the spells, I am running 3 Elegant Egotist. Pretty simple. It adds a Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters from your, or special summons, sorry, not adds, a Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters from your deck. So pretty useful. All you have to do is you need to have a Harpie on the field. Activate this and you can special summon. It is not once per turn and it does get recycled every now and then when you have what's it called, Oracle on the graveyard. So pretty cool. I do run 2 Hysteric Signs. This card searches your Elegant Egotist, so super easy. And I was running it at 3, but I decided that 2 is actually the number I want to see, just because if you go in a long duel, you actually run out of targets in your deck, because you only have 3 vanilla cards that I'm using, so you run out of targets. But yeah, Hysteric Sign, it's once per turn. If this card is in the graveyard at the end of the battle phase or end of the turn, you get to add 3 Harpie cards from deck to hand. So it's pretty cool. I think it's broken. You get to search pretty much any Harpie card you need. So it's broken. We also have Alluring Mirror Split. If a Harpie Lady is destroyed on your side of the field, you can special summon 1 from your deck into the field once per turn. Also, if this card is destroyed, you can special summon a Harpie from your graveyard to the field. So pretty good. I only run it at 1 off. I was running it at 2. I found that it was a little bit cloggy and it slowed down the deck. And then I only run the 1 Harpie's Hunting Ground. Again, with the Harpie Lady that I run that searches it, I'm pretty much running 2 of them. So I feel like 1 is enough. It does gets pop every now and then. So it's pretty, I don't know. It's useful depending on what you're going up against. I'd say if you have a full combo planned out and you're going second, you probably want to search them and probably pop back row on your opponent's side of the field. I run the 1 Reigeki just because it destroys all monsters your opponent controls, and it is a 3 right now, but I'm only running 1. I run 1 with the Cosmic Cyclone just to get rid of back row. It banishes it by paying 1,000 life points, and it is a quick spell, so pretty easy, or pretty good card to do that. I run the 1 Call by the Grave. So all you guys know what this card does. You just target a monster in the graveyard and banish it, and if you do, it negates your opponent's monster. And yeah, so you can't use that monster either until the end of the next end phase, I believe. And then I was running a Harpie's Feather Duster. You must run this card. It is pretty good against back row. I won the Wing Requital, but I only run 1 of them. I was running 2, but I honestly feel like it gets cloggy just because a lot of times I draw the 2 of them and I didn't have any monsters, and you need 2 monsters on field to be able to activate this. So what it does is that if you control 2 Winged Beast monsters with 2 different original names, you can pay 600 life points to draw 2 cards. It requires 2 monsters on field, so a lot of times I was really not happy about it. I am running the Utopia engine, so double or nothing. Pretty good card, pretty self-explanatory. You get to search it, it doubles Utopia's attack, so it's a pretty good card. So yeah, that is it for this spell, you guys, and we're gonna go ahead into the trap cards that I use. I use kind of a heavy trap, or yeah, I want to say it's kind of heavy on the traps, but yeah. So I'm running the 3 Harpie's Featherstorm. If this card is face down and it gets destroyed, you can add from your deck to your hand a Harpie's Feather Duster. So it's pretty broken. You can activate this if you control a wind monster or winged beast, sorry. And until the end of the turn, negate any monster effects your opponent activates. If you control a Harpie, you can activate this card from the hand. So it is super broken. I was able to stop a lot of my opponents with this card just because I would normal Harpie and then I'll activate this card from the hand, and they just couldn't ash me. They couldn't really do anything. It would just block whatever they had and I can go ahead and do full combo. So it was super cool. We got one Hysteric Party. You just run it as a one-off. Has been really useful. All you have to do, discard a card. You can special summon as many copies of Harpie Lady as possible from the grave. So as you guys already saw, 90% of the Harpie Ladies are treated as Harpie Ladies as well in the graveyard. So it's super useful. You can special summon up to 5 Harpies, maybe 6 if you have the tuner in there. So super useful card. And then for the last traps, I run the one Solid Judgment to negate pretty much a spell, trap, or a monster summoning by paying half your life points. I do play Solemn Warning to negate the summon or a card or trap the special summons. So by paying 2,000, I run the one Solemn Strike by paying 1,500 life points. You can negate the summon or activation of a monster. So pretty useful. I played the one Crackdown, you guys, just one on this build. I feel like it was pretty cool to use this against a few decks just because they would either normal or special and you could just steal their monster, and now they were kind of locked. Not always, but pretty cool. And then I run the one Evenly Match. I feel like this card is broken. If they went, or if you went second and you don't really have anything, you could probably attack one monster and then activate this right after your battle phase, and it's just super cool. Really broken card. So that's all I run on the deck, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead into the extra deck. And on this, you're probably gonna have to bear with me because I don't remember all the effects on the top of my head. But I am running 2 of the Harpie Slash, and when you can treat any of your Harpie Ladies as a tuner to tuner summon this guy. So it also it becomes Harpie Lady while on the field or in the graveyard, and then when a spell or trap or effect is activated, except during the damage step, it's a quick effect. You can target one monster your opponent controls or one Harpie monster you control and return it to the hand. You can only use it once per turn, so it can be used during your turn or your opponent's turn. So it's either or. So I'm running it at 2. It's a pretty good card, pretty strong. So yeah. Also, I run one Link Spider. In case you draw 2 of the vanilla cards, you can summon one Link Summon into Spider, and then you can special summon another level 4 monster. So pretty useful. It gives you 2 monsters on the field right away. So it's pretty cool. I do want one Relinquish Anima. I used this a few times. If your opponent normals or special summons right in front of your zone, you can go ahead and normal summon one, and then go with this, and then you steal your opponent's monster. So I run it at 1. Now, Lightning Chidori. This is a pretty interesting card. It's probably one of the best cards to run on this deck. On summon, you can target a set card your opponent controls and return that target to the bottom of the deck. And then once per turn, you can detach an XC material from this card and target one face-up card your opponent controls, return it to that target to the top of the deck. So it's a pretty useful card. Lightning Chidori, you guys. Pretty cheap as well. And then we got Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. It does require 3 level 4 wind monsters, and this card effect can only be applied while it has materials. So if this card can attack your opponent directly, your opponent cannot target any Harpie monster with effects or for attacks. During each end phase, detach one material from this card. So it's pretty good at 1. I'm only running it at 1, and it does stop your opponent from doing a lot of things. Like they can't even attack you when you summon him. So pretty useful, and he cannot be targeted. So it's really cool. Now, for what I was saying about summoning the statue, where was it? Let's see here. Sorry, I was not 100% ready for this. So the way that I've been summoning various statues of the Stormwinds, it is with a level 7, and it is the Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon, you guys. So with this card, it says it requires 2 level 7 monsters. Your Harpie, can't remember her name. I can't remember anything. What's going on? Well, Channeler. Harpie Channeler, you guys. When she is on the field and you have a dragon on your side of the field, it becomes a level 7. So if you summon Harpie's Pet Dragon, they become level 7s, and you can go ahead and special or XC summon Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon. So once per turn, you can detach one material from this card and special summon one level 4 or Wind Beast monster from your deck. And if this card has any or of Raid Raptor materials, okay, that effect is pretty much not useful in here. The only reason why I use it is to special summon the statue. So I do run one of. And then we have the Drill Driver versus Pinato, which you can actually XC summon him with a rank 4 or lower. So once he's XC summoned, he can pierce through defense, and if he's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a monster from your grave to your side of the field, and you can only use it once per turn. So Drill Driver, Vespinato. And then another one is the Ice Beast, sorry if I mispronounced that, Fine. So it requires 2 level 4 Wing Beast type monsters to make them, and then once per turn you can detach an XC material from this card, negate the effect of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls, and if you do, this card gains 300 attack for each face-up currently on the field, except this card. These effects are applied until your next standby phase, you guys. So it is a pretty good card. As you guys can see, it just stops anything your opponent has face-up as long as they don't negate it. So it's a pretty good card. And last but not least, I run the number 39 Utopia double, or Utopia, sorry, and then number 39 Utopia double for the Utopia engine. This one is in Portuguese. I kind of messed up. I ordered the wrong one, so it is in Portuguese, but I do know what it does. So you summon him, detach an XC material, add a double or nothing from your deck to your hand, and then you can special summon a Utopia. Now when you do that, its attack is double, so it goes to 5,000, and then you can go ahead and attack. Just remember that you can't attack directly, it has to be over an opponent's monster. So once you attack over that, it is pretty much game most of the time. So it's a pretty good combo. A lot of times when I was playing, people didn't expect it, so it's super cool. Level 4, you guys, it's awesome, easy to pull. Kind of a break when you draw the double or nothing, but yeah, that's just what it is. And then also, if they stop that, you can always go ahead and do double a Zeus Sky Striking Tender. So it's a pretty good card to blow up the field, and yeah, it's a pretty insane play. And then for the levels or rank 7s, I do run the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. So every time your opponent activates a card, they basically need to pay the 500 life points. So it's pretty cool. It says cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has an XC material. When this card has XYZ material, each time your opponent activates a card or effect, inflict 500 damage to your opponent immediately. So once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach an XC material from this card, target a Red Eyes normal monster in the graveyard, and special summon it. We don't run any Red Eyes, but it's there in case you guys are running Red Eyes in a different deck. So pretty useful. And we also run number 11, Big Eye. So Big Eye, it requires 2 level 7 monsters, and then once per turn you can detach a material from this card, then target one monster your opponent controls to take control of that monster. This card cannot attack during the turn this effect is activated. So it's a pretty good way to steal your opponent's monster. Number 11, Big Eye, you guys. And then I played kind of a strange, cool looking card for the last one. It is number 89, Diablosis, the Mind Hacker, and it is 2 level 7 monsters as well. 2800 attack beater. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card, look at your opponent's extra deck, and banish one monster from it. Face down, at the end of the battle phase, if this card destroys a monster by battle, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it face down. If a card your opponent owns and possesses is banished face down, while you control this card, except during the damage step, you can banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck, face down, equal to the face down banished cards you can. You can only use this effect, number 89, Diablosis, the Mind Hacker, once per turn. So, like I said, it is pretty cool, you guys. Hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. I've been working on it for a while, and trust me, it's hard building decks. And yeah, been playing it. I had a lot of fun with it. I do have the Digimon sleeves on this. Don't know if you guys like the Digimon, but it's pretty cool. They are not Yu-Gi-Oh size, but I like the sleeves, and that's pretty much all that matters at this point. So yeah, you guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys liked it, let me know. Also, if you guys have better combos or any cards that you would add or take out, you can leave it down in the comments below. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, you guys. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.